Good morning, my patriots, my brothers, my brothers. Good morning. Welcome to the Dennis Herrera show. Man, I've been doing a lot of work this morning. You guys have no idea. I even forgot to turn my speaker headphones on. So you may have heard some sort of echo there at the beginning. Apologize about that. It's hard to be able to have seven hats at the same time. I gotta go do research. I gotta direct. I gotta edit. There's a lot of things that I gotta do. I know that there's a lot of podcasters that are way better than me. I'm sure, but everything that I do, my friends, it's all me, and I am not this young tech savvy guy with software and all this stuff. You know, we're getting old. All right. But nonetheless, we're going to continue to fight the good fight. And we're going to continue to speak up for America. As you guys noticed the title on my video. That's right. Kamala Harris earrings. We're going to talk about that for a reason. And hopefully this show will expand into something amazing. Welcome, my man in the house. Saltwater, my patriot. How are you? Welcome. Let me see. I thought I saw Omar. Yeah, there it is. Omar, good morning, little brother. The Uncle Dennis show, says Andrew. Uncle Tony show. What is that? Uncle Tom's show. Good morning, Brian. Good morning. Good to see you in here. It's good to see my patrons in the morning. That's for sure. Robert, how are you, sir? Mr. Ken Reed, welcome to our chat. This is the Dennis Herrera show. One way to know. Welcome. Everybody, welcome this morning. I know Sister Trinity is still, she homeschools, so she might not be in here this early. Nonetheless, I'm still going to send her a message anyways, just in case she gets to join us. I know all of my brothers love to have Trinity in the house, And well, we are a family. I said army yesterday. Somebody got offended by that, but let's just go ahead and say family. Ah, man, if you guys were with me yesterday, you know what we played some videos about Ilhan Omar and her people being deported. You know, the truth is, guys, for every immigrant that comes into this country, what we want is a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of respect. Respect is what we want in this country. People like to leave comments on my videos and, call me a traitor and all these beautiful names that people want to make up. But let's be honest, everything that I show you, you can judge for yourself. Is it true? Yeah, it could be a theory. This is an entertainment show. Sometimes I go off, saying some bad words. Expressing myself is the First Amendment, and I love that. Now, here's a thing that people don't know when they come into our channel, because yes, this is your channel as well. You guys are technically sponsoring me by providing your support every month, super chats, etc. This is everybody's channel. And you notice when people put a super chat, even if it's a bad comment to me, I read it. Anything above $5, I'll read it. Okay, and it's crazy how people they like to say, "Wait, why don't you get a job?" They don't understand. This is a job. This is not easy, guys. It's not easy at all. So my respect for those podcasters that are out there doing their thing. Mike, good morning, Mr. Mike Holmes. John Cahill, Cahill. John Cahill, good morning. LGBT plus map equals Democrats. That's for sure. Now, I don't have anything about, everybody can live their life the way they want to live, guys. We're not here to convert everybody. And even though this is a country based and founded under Christian values, we have a freedom of religion, which, of course, freedom of speech. And, of course, the enemy is going to take advantage of that. As much as we want to be very diversified, there is always something that's going to come back and bite us in the ass. It's just that's just the way it is, guys. That's just the way it is. Ask Genghis Khan. Ask Genghis Khan what happened when he allowed everybody, all religions, to come and he accepted all religions to come in. I mean, in thought, it's a good idea, but in reality, well, you're prone to lose your people. You're prone to lose your country. It's sad to say, but you got to pick a side. There is no such thing as a universal thing of things. No, you got to pick a side. Absolutely. You have to pick a side. Now, this morning, I want to, oh, by the way, if you guys take a look at the background down there, that is my beautiful city of Seattle, which, by the way, I'll be honest with you, okay? Right where I'm at, it is a crap hole. Now, I'm going to try to hold my bad words, not to offend people. I will try. I don't promise. People be pulling my hair. Like, they just grab my braid and they just pull it. I got to say something. I can't stay quiet. And my A to D and my nature, I just got to go off. Sets me right off. It's what makes us American. We need to have some sort of attitude sometimes in order to be able to fight for what's right. So, anywho, we're going to go ahead and start with this one. Now, believe me, stay with me. Don't get lost. The first thing that we're going to watch is just a small clip of this, maybe a couple of minutes. This is the Kamala, the Trump versus Harris debate. Yes, it is over an hour. Don't worry, we're not going to go through the whole hour. But I think I paused it at the right moment. Let's take a look. And let's build some content. Not content. What's the word? The thing. The thing. Any person that has to keep saying, I'll be honest with you, means they aren't honest to begin with. Oh, you're so wise, Typic. Oh, man, that's actually a very wise comment. Well done, sir. Touche. Just stopping by to remind you that your sense of peace only lasts as long as our fading tolerance for evil. Let's see. Is our tolerance for evil? I have no tolerance for evil. I don't know what that means. You come here, you're lost. This guy's... Hey, welcome to the Dennis Herrera Show. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I heard that. All right, let's go ahead and listen to this here really quick. And we're just going to keep elaborating as we go on. As you guys know, this is a show that is non-scripted. This is all right off this empty head of mine, as people like to say on the left. But we know the truth, and sometimes we might just make sense. Here we go. Let's go ahead and start listening to this, and let's see what's up. What you got there, buddy?
Number one, I have nothing to do, as you know, and as she knows better than anyone, I have nothing to do with Project 2025. That's out there. I haven't read it. I don't want to read it purposely. I'm not going to read it. This was a group of people that got together. They came up with some ideas, I guess some good, some bad, but it makes no difference. I have nothing to do. Everybody knows I'm an open book. Everybody knows what I'm going to do. Cut taxes very substantially and create a great economy like I did before. We had the greatest economy. We got hit with a pandemic. And the pandemic was not since 1917, where 100 million people died, has there been anything like it. We did a phenomenal job with the pandemic. We handed them over a country where the economy and where the stock market was higher than it was before the pandemic came in. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We made ventilators for the entire world. We got gowns, we got masks, we did things that nobody thought possible. And people give me credit for rebuilding the military. They give me credit for a lot of things, but not enough credit for the great job we did with the pandemic. But the only jobs they got were bounce back jobs. These were jobs bounce back, and it bounced back and it went to their benefit. But I was the one that created them. They know it, and so does everybody else.
Vice President Harris, I'll let you respond.
So Donald Trump has no plan for you. And when you look at his economic plan, it's all about tax breaks for the richest people. I am offering what I describe as an opportunity economy, and the best economists in our country, if not the world, have reviewed our relative plans for the future of America. What Goldman Sachs has said is that Donald Trump's plan would make the economy worse, mine would strengthen the economy. What the Wharton School has said is Donald Trump's plan would actually explode the deficit. 16 Nobel laureates have described his economic plan as something that would increase inflation and by the middle of next year would invite a recession. You just have to look at where we are and where we stand on the issues. And I'd invite you to know that Donald Trump actually has no plan for you because he is more interested in defending himself than he is in looking out for you.
That's just a soundbite. They gave her that to say.
Soundbite.
I went to the Wharton School of Finance, and many of those professors, the top professors, think my plan is a brilliant plan. It's a great plan. It's a plan that's going to bring up our worth, our value as a country. It's going to make people want to be able to go and work and create jobs and create a lot of good, solid money for our country. And just to finish off,
don't worry, leftists. Stay tuned. I'll come back for you.
She doesn't have a plan. She copied Biden's plan, and it's like 4 sentences, like run, spot, run. 4 sentences that are just, oh, we'll try and lower taxes. She doesn't have a plan. Take a look at her plan. She doesn't have a plan.
Mr. President, I do want to drill down on something you both brought up. The Vice President brought up your tariffs. You responded, and let's drill down on this, because your plan is what she calls is essentially a national sales tax. Your proposal calls for tariffs, as you pointed out here, on foreign imports across the board. You recently said that you might double your plan, imposing tariffs up to 20% on goods coming into this country. As you know, many economists say that with tariffs at that level, costs are then passed on to the consumer. Vice President Harris has argued it'll mean higher prices on gas, food, clothing, medication, arguing it costs the typical family nearly $4,000 a year. Do you believe Americans can afford higher prices because of tariffs?
They're not going to have higher prices. What's going to have and who's going to have higher prices is China and all of the countries that have been ripping us off for years. I was the only president ever. China was paying us hundreds of billions of dollars, and so were other countries. And, you know, if she doesn't like them, they should have gone out and they should have immediately cut the tariffs. But those tariffs are there 3.5 years now under their administration. We are going to take in billions of dollars, hundreds of billions of dollars. I had no inflation, virtually no inflation. They had the highest inflation perhaps in the history of our country, because
9%.
I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else. The people of our country are absolutely dying with what they've done. They've destroyed the economy. And all you have to do is look at a poll. The polls say 80 and 85 and even 90% that the Trump economy was great, that their economy was terrible.
Vice President Harris, I do want to ask for your response, and you heard what the president said there, because the Biden administration did keep a number of the Trump tariffs in place. So how do you respond?
Well, let's be clear that the Trump administration resulted in a trade deficit, one of the highest we've ever seen in the history of America. He invited trade wars. You want to talk about his deal with China? What he ended up doing is, under Donald Trump's presidency, he ended up selling American chips to China to help them improve and modernize their military, basically sold us out, when a policy about China should be in making sure the United States of America wins the competition for the 21st century, which means focusing.
Oh, my little left. Hey, don't, mods, do not delete comments. Please, do not delete comments, okay? Unless they're racist. Guys, listen. Oh, man. Where do I start? Where do I start? Let's see. Inflation. They say is worse. You guys are saying right here that it's worse with Trump. Okay. We are 3% at the highest, 9% at the highest on the Biden's administration. Now, this is the same woman that told you that the reason why prices were a lot higher, well, that's because the economy is doing good. This is what she said about the inflation being at 9%. You remember that. Go ahead, Graham. You pay attention here, Graham, because you seem to be very lost and wrong in your facts. 9% inflation. Compare that to 3%. She says price gouging is the reason why prices are so high. This is Kamala that said this. Now, I am laughing right now because the chips that she's talking about is not the best chips. And I think you guys know. If you guys follow all the stuff that the media and Trump and Kamala and all these people, everything that we know today, stock market, what is it for? What does it do? How does the economy work in the country? Does the stock market really affect the economy in the country? No, it doesn't. Does tariffs really affect the economy? No, it doesn't. There's a very small percentage of what tariffs actually affect our economy, and that is only for those businesses that keep deciding to make business with foreign countries instead of building here in America. But let's just go ahead and continue just a little bit longer about this. So I want you to know that these chips that we sold to China, number one, we made money on. And don't forget that the tariffs that President Trump put in, they actually kept them in place because we were making money on that. And now we have 2025, we have collected over $200 billion. And this is just from the time that we have started working on this. This is just the beginning. You can call me all the names you want, my friends. Okay, mods, if you see comments like Annan, go ahead and delete those. But if somebody puts a statement of what they think is a fact, go ahead and leave it there. Insults, go ahead and get rid of those. I don't need to see those because that just wastes my time reading comments. And I think that people, whether left or right, I don't care. But if people are making comments, I want to read comments that are edifying, comments that I can criticize or are actually giving me feedback, or maybe I'm wrong on something. Any insult that comes to me, like the Annan Smith says, shut up already. Get rid of that shit. Man, I broke my rule. I was trying not to curse. And then let's say you support pedophile. That has nothing to do with anything. Just get rid of those messages right there, okay? And any type of insults, just put them in timeout for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. You can start with 5 minutes. And if they still if they just keep calling me names, just put them in timeout. I want people on the left and right to put comments in there to say, oh, hey, Dennis, you're wrong about this. This is actually what happened. And then we can research it. We can talk about it. Now, if I give you facts, I did my research. If you want to contradict me, you better put a fact down on the lines here in the chat. Okay? So let's go ahead and continue listening to this. If you want me to stop listening to her, you better put your ass a super chat of at least $5. Don't interrupt me unless I come back to you.
On the details of what that requires, focusing on relationships with our allies, focusing on investing in American-based technology so that we win the race on AI, on quantum computing, focusing on what we need to do to support America's workforce so that we don't end up having on the short end of the stick in terms of workers' rights. But what Donald Trump did, let's talk about this, with COVID, is he actually thanked President Xi for what he did during COVID. Look at his tweet. Thank you, President Xi, exclamation point, when we know that Xi was responsible for lacking and not giving us transparency about the origins of COVID.
Oh, what? Okay, I forgot about that part. So now they're really, now she's saying that President Trump was right about everything. She just said that, right? Did I misunderstood that? She just went against President Trump saying, thank you, President Xi. Now, I'm going to say, I think President Trump was being sarcastic. That's just me. But she just said that President Trump was right. Now that she's got the little earpiece on, now she's over here saying that Trump was right. That's what I heard. She probably was, Scott. She was probably drunk, my friend. Yeah. All right, go
President
ahead.
Trump, I'll let you respond.
First of all, they bought their chips from Taiwan. We hardly make chips anymore because of philosophies like they have and policies like they have. I don't say her because she has no policy. Everything that she believed 3 years ago and 4 years ago is out the window. She's going to my philosophy now. In fact, I was going to send her a MAGA hat. She's gone to my philosophy. But if she ever got elected, she'd change it. And it will be the end of our country. She's a Marxist. Everybody knows she's a Marxist. Her father's a Marxist professor in economics, and he taught her well. But when you look at what she's done to our country, and when you look at these millions and millions of people that are pouring into our country monthly, where it's, I believe, 21 million people, not the 15 that people say, and I think it's a lot higher than the 21. That's bigger than New York State pouring in. And just look at what they're doing to our country. They're criminals. Many of these people coming in are criminals. And that's bad for our economy, too. You know, you mentioned before, we'll talk about immigration later. Well, bad immigration is the worst thing that can happen to our economy. They have, and she has, destroyed our country with policy that's insane. Almost policy that you'd say they have to hate our country.
President Trump, thank you. Lindsay?
I want to turn to the issue of abortion. President Trump, you've often touted that you were able to kill Roe v. Wade. Last year, you said that you were proud to be the most pro-life president in American history.
Yep,
then last month, you said that your administration would be great for women and their reproductive rights. In your home state of Florida, you surprised many with regard to your 6-week abortion ban because you initially had said that it was too short. And you said, quote, I'm going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. But then the very next day, you reversed course and said you would vote to support the 6-week ban. Vice President Harris says that women shouldn't trust you on the issue of abortion because you've changed your position so many times. Therefore, why should they trust you?
Well, the reason I'm doing that vote is because the plan is, as you know, the vote is, they have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, He said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
Yeah.
And that's why I did that, because that predominates, because they're radical. The Democrats are radical in that. And her vice presidential pick, which I think was a horrible pick, by the way, for our country, because he is really out of it. But her vice presidential pick says abortion in the 9th month is absolutely fine. He also says execution after birth. It's execution, no longer abortion, because the baby is born, is okay. And that's not okay with me, hence the vote. But what I did is something for 52 years. They've been trying to get Roe v. Wade into the states. And through the genius and heart and strength of 6 Supreme Court justices, we were able to do that. Now, I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and life of the mother. I believe strongly in it. Ronald Reagan did also. 85% of Republicans do. Exceptions. Very important. But we were able to get it, and now states are voting on it. And for the first time, you're going to see, look, this is an issue that's torn our country apart for 52 years. Every legal scholar, every Democrat, every Republican, liberal, conservative, they all wanted this issue to be brought back to the states where the people could vote. And that's what happened. Now, Ohio, the vote was somewhat liberal. Kansas, the vote was somewhat liberal, much more liberal than people would have thought. But each individual state is voting. It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
There is no.
I like that. Good morning, Time. Time is on my side. Yes, he is. Good morning, sis. Everybody acknowledge that Trinity, the queen of the chat, is actually here. She is my right hand on this channel, just so you guys know. We are actually trying to make a difference in our country, and Sister Trinity is an amazing encyclopedia. She is a searching and researching machine. A lot of the times, some of the things that I share with you here are because of our sister Trinity. And I find it funny when people coming from the left start to insult her intelligence, not knowing that she's actually a very bright, mature woman. But then again, what do the Democrats know about a woman? They don't know what a woman is. They're still trying to figure it out. They think that, well, they don't even know what bathroom to use when they go into to the restrooms. Tells you everything about them. Now, for some of you guys, let me go ahead. I told you I was just going to play a small clip of this debate. Some of you guys had some comments in here. Hopefully, we didn't get deleted. Somebody said housing reform. The only way that you are going to lower prices is to be able to rewind the tape. This is what I call it. Rewind the tape. How do we do that? Okay, well, let's find out. Well, why is pricing goes up? Everybody, all you geniuses out there that have master's degrees in economics and all this other stuff that can go ahead and contradict me, go ahead and bring it on. I believe that instead of raising taxes on the people and on corporations, you provide more jobs. You make more jobs. Somebody says that there was 1 million jobs lost because of President Donald Trump. Well, let's be honest about the statistics here. We are deporting a lot of people, and so far it's been over 2 million people. Most of them have self-deported. Well, guess how many jobs that is that normally would belong to Americans in the first place. So I don't really care about statistics of job losses if they're illegal immigrant job losses. Now, I do care when the local government decides to get rid of companies that are actually providing jobs for the city, for the citizens. We had a crazy socialist down in Seattle. We watched a video yesterday. He says he doesn't really care about these big corporations. What he cares about is the working. The working middle class and lower class. And I'm just like, okay, well, where are they going to get that job from? Who's going to provide a job for the socialists? How are socialists going to make money when every single person that is a socialist that works with them, they don't believe on capitalism. They don't believe on merit. They don't believe that if you work harder, you will be rewarded more. They don't believe that rich people should be rich. They don't believe that billionaires are doing a fair share to provide for their socialist programs. Where do socialist people get money from? If they get rid of rich people, if they get rid of billionaires, tell me, where do they get money from? Besides that, if you get rid of corporations that are providing you hundreds of thousands of jobs, where are socialists going to make jobs? And what kind of jobs are you going to make? Are you going to make little bracelets? Are you going to make some fantasy jewelry? How are you going to create jobs for the American people? How are you going to do that? Now, the Biden administration, let's not forget that the reason why they did not as horrible was because of that man right there. That man down here. That's the reason why. There were still billions of dollars coming in. Can you imagine if the Biden administration didn't exist and we actually started raking in all this money? Every year the Democrat socialists were in power, we were losing money. We were hemorrhaging money. Hemorrhaging. It was a crazy waste of money. But hey, we fixed some of those things. President Trump said, hey, you know what? I didn't know that I couldn't do that. I didn't know that I could do this. But now he knows, and we are behind him 100%. What would you say there, Leo? Isn't capitalism leading to corporations having mass layoffs and replacing workers with AI? I am glad you asked. So tell me, when massive corporations of rich people are laying off people so that they can do some AI, tell me, how are socialists fixing that problem? Go on. I'll wait. Tell me, what are socialists? See, this is the thing with the left side, and I don't understand why it is the left side. See, you guys are the people that like to complain about something, but you never bring a solution. So let's say, okay, here we go. You guys are against rich people, against billionaires. Hey, you don't need them, right? Because you're against them. You don't need them. Forget about it. Now, as socialists, how are you going to fix that loss of income? Salud, my friends. Stay thirsty from your favorite felon, which, by the way, he was never indicted for sexual rape or assault or whatever the hell you guys are making up. Let's see, what else do we get? What else? Any questions in here? We're still losing money, but, well, hey, you know what? It's been decades that these Democrats have been destroying our economy. You think it's going to take a few months to just fix it? No. Well, we have started the fixing. There is a rebuild. There is a process. There is a transition period that we need to go through. Now, you know, right now, the left keeps complaining about President Trump on everything that he does and this and that. I'm going to point out to you something. And I know that you're on the left. Even you know this to be true. You cannot deny it. You can't lie about it. You guys know this. Every single Democrat that was running for office, they believe that every illegal immigrant should have health care benefits. Now, you might just want to deny that, but the fact is, they did say that. Remember the whole raising the hand thing? Yeah, everybody, right? During the big, beautiful bill, the filibuster, Dalabama was over there talking about law-abiding migrants. This is talking about illegal immigrants. So sometimes they have to send remittances to their loved ones. Some of them are abroad on another country. He's talking about illegal immigrants. Oh no, 12 million people are going to be kicked off. Yes, because they're not supposed to be on it. Well. What do we have here? Somalis. Oh, I love how everything just comes together. Somalis, Minnesota, Dearborn, Washington State, apparently, have been money laundering. Well, we didn't see that one coming. I never mentioned NGOs. We never talk about NGOs. What for? Nobody even knows what the hell NGOs are. But now, Ilhan Omar, which I have detested from day one. Why? Because she's a migrant? No. Because she's black? No. Now, I know what you're thinking, Patriots. You're going to hate me for this, but I think Ilhan Omar is kind of cute. That's no doubt. I mean, the makeup helps, I'm sure. But Ilhan Omar, she's cute. She's a piece of pie, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that she has a good heart or a clean soul. Because she's been saying the nastiest things about us, the American people. Even us who are migrants that came to this country, by the way, the legal way, the right way, follow all the steps all the way to citizenship. So now we're American citizens. And my oath, as you guys know, by visiting my profile, well, you can go check it out. Read it for yourself so that you can see. Partido Nacional, let's go. Let's go. By the way, President Donald Trump is winning in Honduras. Doggone it, I went against him. And President Donald Trump is beating me. I should have known better. As a matter of fact, now that you said that, let me see where my news at. Where my news at? I'm watching it. Oh, man, I probably changed it. I probably switched the channel. All right, enough about the debate. I know some of you are very disappointed that is all you got to see from the debate. But that is not the main focus of today's show, my friends. Let me go ahead and take a quick look. Just a quick look. Just a quick look. I'm very curious. Here, I'll share it with you so you guys can see what I'm looking at, okay? Here. Just a quick look. Just a quick look. Oh, let's go. Let's go. I mean, oh, no. President Trump is beating me. No, somebody help me. I was wrong. Nasri Juanas Fura Zabla. Dang, what the hell kind of name is that? I don't know, man. These names, man, I don't know. It's just, I don't know where to go with that. All right, anyways, we call him Asfura. It's versus Salvador. Look at these names, guys. Look at these names. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 names. That's how ridiculous Hispanics are. What the hell is wrong with these people? Look at that. Salvador Alejandro Cesar Narrala Salum. That is one long-ass name. We just know him for Salvador Narrala. That's how we say. First name and the third last name, second last name. He's got 3 first names. What the dang? Anyways, so my candidate is in red. He is at 1,109,000 votes. And then the President Donald Trump's person that he's going after is got 1,129,000 votes, which means that he is over 20,000 votes ahead. And let me just tell you that the counting is almost finished. President Trump was right about that one as well. Even in Honduras, he beats me, a Honduran. Wow. President Trump is just amazing, guys. He is just amazing. I love our president. All right, we'll go ahead and let this play here until it's over. Now let's go ahead and go to our second clip. Okay. First of all, okay. So I have a picture that I created here. Now, this is probably going to fall under the category of theories. Let me get there. Where are you, my little pigeon? All right, so here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick. There you go. let me see if we can get on this really quick. Now, normally, Kamala Harris, she's a little bit of an airhead. She kind of runs out of words. I mean, Sleepy Joe, I mean, we get it. He was sick and old and fragile, etc. But Kamala Harris is not old and fragile. As a matter of fact, she's a very smart girl. Now, what I find very interesting is here. These little earrings that she has right there. Now, it's going to be just a theory because they could just be regular earrings. But I just want to point that out. And what I really want to point out is, let me see if I have my videos here. I may have closed it in accident, by the way. But let's go and see if we can find this. The only reason why I am looking at these old clips, videos, photos, etc., is for one, let's be clear. I don't think that these earrings are what they say they are, but doggone it, that is a very, very similar earring. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I think that her pearl earrings, I don't think that it was headphones like they were saying, earbuds or whatever, okay? Okay, well, that's that. And here's why that theory came about.
Missed you.
Thank you.
These last 4 years. Did you miss you? Did you ever look at something going on in the news and go, you know what the situation needs? Little Barack Obama.
I've said this before. People would ask me, knowing what you know now, do you wish like you had a third term? And I used to say, you know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony. Wow. I'd be fine with that because I found the work fascinating. I mean, I write about
So
even on my worst
fine.
days.
Hold on, S.A. So he would be fine. He would be fine lying to the American people, undermining democracy by pretending that you, the American people, voted, giving you the illusion that you somehow had a choice. You somehow made a decision, but you didn't. You see, because maybe you thought Kamala was great. Well, there we see the earrings that he's talking about, the earpiece. There is that. There is that. He said it, guys. I did not say it. I did not say it. It was Barack Obama who said it. Let's see what else he says.
I found puzzling out, these big, complicated, difficult issues, especially if you were working with some great people, to be professionally really satisfying. But I do not miss having to wear a tie every day. And
are there things that you like? Are there aspects of the job? Because we found out from your successor that there's a whole bunch of stuff you don't actually have to do, and people still can see you president. Do you look at it and go like, I didn't have to do any of that stuff?
I know.
I don't do this stuff. Are there any things that he chucked out? You went, oh, if only.
So let's not play around it, okay? He really did have that earpiece on. President Biden, I'm gonna look up the video so I can show you what I'm talking about. But President Biden signed an executive order that he didn't really know what it was for. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'll try to look up the video for you. In the meantime, enjoy the great Barack Obama. Yeah, just.
I had known I didn't have to do that.
I think there's a lot. I thought,
Respond to subpoenas?
follow the Constitution.
Yeah, that's a drag. That Constitution's a drag. You say you've written this book for young people.
The Constitution's a drag?
No.
I don't do this stuff. Are there any things that he chucked out and you went, oh, if only I had known I didn't have to do that?
I think there's a lot. I thought,
Respond to subpoenas?
follow the Constitution.
Yeah, that's a drag.
Technology is so great nowadays. What do you think about the Constitution?
Do that.
I think there's a lot. I thought,
Respond to subpoenas?
follow the Constitution.
Why?
Yeah, that's a drag. That Constitution's a drag. You say you've written this book for young people of the next generation. You're 59.
Number one, the Constitution is not a drag. And number two, it belongs to the American people, American citizens, no foreigners. Let's get that out of the way. Now, this is what's scary, because this is what's coming next.
I'm 56. What would you like us Gen Xers to know?
Get out of the way.
Okay, Boomer. You're 59. I'm 56. What would you like?
Listen right here, my Demis. Listen to the word of wisdom. Let's go. Say it again, Obama.
Like us Gen Xers to know? That's a drag. That Constitution's a drag. You say you've written this book for young people of the next generation. You're 59. I'm 56. What would you like us Gen Xers to know?
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Okay. Hey, guess what? All of you morons that are against our Trump administration, get the hell out the way. It is Obama's advice to you. Get the hell out the way. Let us do what we do. We are doing everything we can. In 3 more years, then you get to vote again. And if you win, then let's go with it. But in the meantime, we can at least say, hey, listen, we had 4 years of uninterrupted work, and we did an awesome job. This is what we did, etc., etc. Now, here we go. The due process. I like this. Due process protections is outlined in the 14th Amendment, extend to all persons, which, by the way, means citizens, not just citizens, he says, guaranteeing that no one can be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. That's very nice, and it sounds very good. And I like how you say not citizens. So here's my argument for that little statement right there, my friend. Does it say illegal immigrants? No, it doesn't. It doesn't either. So it's up to interpretation of the morons and the Supreme Court that supposedly have all this wisdom and intelligence, and apparently they don't. The frail bunch of old people that should be fired. We do need to get new people in the Supreme Court, but unfortunately, it's always going to sound biased. Okay? I still believe the Constitution needs to be amended to reflect that the Constitution of the United States of America belongs to American citizens only. They need to remove the wording on the Constitution. All persons, my friend. It doesn't mean illegal immigrants. If anything, you can include legal migrants. Because if they commit a crime in this country, they will have to go to court to prove their innocence. See, the due process for illegal immigrants, it's, are you legal in this country? No? Okay, go back home. It's very simple. Due process. You showed up in court, you showed your case, you had a representative or whatever. Do you have paperwork that says that you're allowed here? No? And you got to go. There's your due process. What else do you want? There's no such thing as due process lengthening the stay of a person for 10 years. Why? Because you want lawyers to make money? Come on. Common sense, people. Use common sense. Now, the advice from Obama is get the hell out of the way. Okay? You people that are against us right now, the next generation needs to just take a seat back and let us do our job. Here we go again, just in case you missed it and you just came in.
You've said you've written this book for young people of the next generation. You're 59, I'm 56. What would you like us Gen Xers to know?
Get out of the way.
Thank you.
Okay, Boomer.
Why?
I will say that I am so optimistic about our kids, and they're smarter than we were. They're more sophisticated. They're kinder. They're environmentally more conscious. They believed in stuff, as I write in the preface, that maybe we gave lip service to but didn't always want to live out because it required some sacrifice, or and you see them living out their commitments in really powerful ways.
I got a quick story for you there, my friend Chris. He says, I like this. Check this out. He says, I love it. Well, number one, your grammar is horrible. I love it and when an immigrant wants to change our Constitution. Well, let me tell you something. And I know that many of you can relate to this. I had a friend. This guy is a Mexican. He was my best friend. Well, I consider him my best friend. Obviously, he didn't see me that way. But I consider him my best friend in school because, I've been in this country for about a year, and then I met him, and I thought it was great. We had a good friendship, etc. Well, I spent a lot of time with him and his family. And I can tell you that I thought his father was amazing. Mind you, my father died when I was 4, so, I thought his father was amazing. He was the male figure in the house. He was in charge. He was the disciplinary, so to speak, hard worker, wanted everything for his kids, wanted the best for his kids. And his mom, their mom, because there's 3, their mom was also amazing, very loving, too patient, in my opinion, always cooked, always kept the house clean, and she worked her butt off as well as her husband. Now, this is the reason why I'm telling you. Now, my best friend will talk back to his mom, will call her the B word and just be very nasty to her. And I will be like, whoa, bro, that's your mom. Bro, that's not how you treat your mom. So here is your comment, my friend. And for 898 and everybody else that is against me on this, the reason why I believe the Constitution should be amended is because I actually love this country more than some of you that were actually born in this country. Just like I appreciated my best friend's mom and dad and the way that I saw that what they needed was a son to respect them and love them and thank them and follow an example of hardworking, good family ethics and respect. See, an outsider from the family was able to see that. But the people, the kids that were having those great parents, they didn't appreciate their parents. They were disrespectful. They will cuss them out. That, my friends, is exactly why an immigrant comes to this country, becomes an American. And 2 things can happen. 1, I can come here and just abuse the system, or I can come in here and fulfill my oath to make this country better, to abide by the law, to abide by the rules of this country, to respect the Constitution. And when people say that the Constitution is not for Americans, you are showing disrespect to the Constitution. Because the Constitution was not made for Mexico. They have their own Constitution. The Constitution was not made for Canada. They have their own Constitution. We have our Constitution, and it belongs to the people that can vote. Nobody, absolutely nobody. And with that being said, I'm going to give you one more reason why children of illegal parents are not supposed to be citizens of this country. Very simple. You see, If you were born here from legal parents after all these wars, after all the agreements, all the treaties, after immigration laws and rules have been put in place, if you were here from the time of the Constitution and you were an American citizen at that time, from there on, anybody who is born in this country at that time was citizens. Now, I don't know what, what perspired them back then. I don't know what made them think that they should say persons instead of citizens. I don't know. But I can tell you something. Illegal immigrants do not make an oath to this country. You see, they don't have an oath. They don't have an agreement. They don't have a contract. They don't have anything vetted into this nation except I want, I need. That's it. That's the only reason why they're in this country. So because they did not make the oath to the Constitution to become an American citizen, their children are null for being citizens. That's the main reason. Helio, don't hate. Just because this is not your country, don't hate. No, you're not going to deport a Native American. Our Indians are special. This is their land. The point is that your children, if you are illegal, they're not legitimate citizens of this country. They are citizens of your country. If you belong to Mexico, your children are Mexicans. If you belong to Honduras, well, then your children are Hondurans. If you belong to the United States of America after you made your oath, or you were born here from legal parents, then you are an American citizen, and so will your children. So if you're new to my channel, let me remind you or tell you or give you this information. When I became an American citizen, this is what the Constitution to me means and why I interpret it the way that I interpret it. Number one, I already gave you the main reason. Illegal immigrant parents did not make an oath to this country. So guess what that means? Their children's responsibility is going to be to their parents' country. 100%. I have proof. What flag do children of illegal Mexicans raise in this country? Go ahead, anybody. Helio, you're one of them. Go ahead and tell me, which flag do children of illegal immigrants raise in this country? I already know the answer, so it's okay. You can type it if you're honest. Type it in there if you're honest. Number two, they will not fight for America first. There will always be bias. They will never truly be American citizens, and I hope that they prove me wrong. But that is the basics of it. You like that, Joshua? See, there you go. The Mexican flag. No, they bull crap. They don't raise the Mexican flag, the United States flag. They do it because we're pointing it out. I will say this. A lot of people, see, look, there's a difference. I'm making a point. There's a difference. If you want to wave the Mexican flag, it's okay. Wave it with the American flag as well. Okay? But you have to defend this country if you want to be a citizen of this country. This country has to be the first country that you have to defend. And my point, my friends, is confirmed, is proven, is a fact. Illegal immigrants do not make an oath to the United States Constitution. Therefore, they don't abide by it. They don't have to abide by it. And therefore, it doesn't belong to them at all. I don't care what's twisted translation, interpretation, you people on the left side or the Supreme Court has made. Yes, you can say, oh, this migrant, oh my God, comes to the United States of America and thinks he can tell the Supreme Court what to think. Well, obviously, because they're stupid. They know so much law but they don't have any common sense. They have so much knowledge and they have no wisdom. It's very unfortunate. Very, very sad and unfortunate. And so what do Democrats want to do? They want to lie to the people, especially those who come from a third world country, because they are so needy and greedy and they have never seen the prosperity that Americans have had because they are poor, uneducated. Maybe some of them are garbage in their country, like the criminals that ICE has been arresting. Murderers, rapists, gangbangers, all this scum of the other countries that ICE is sending back to their country. They're making every other migrant look bad. That's just the fact. And nobody can deny that. It is the truth. Even if you don't like it. The truth hurts. With that being said, if you do not make an oath to the Constitution of the United States of America, should you have a say on what the Constitution of the United States of America says or who it belongs to? The answer is no. The answer is no. If you are born in this land according to the jurisdiction of who? Whose jurisdiction? Who's the parents? Who's the parents? The illegal immigrants. That son is not an American citizen. He is a citizen of their parents' nationality. Period. Can't change that. Number two, when I became a citizen of the United States of America, and this backs up the Constitution. This is what the Constitution is meant for. Any son or daughter that I may have created anywhere in the world, when I became an American citizen, so did all of my seed. It doesn't matter if they were in Honduras. It doesn't matter if they were in Peru. It doesn't matter what country they were in. When I became an American citizen, so did they. Thank you, Ian. So, when people like Chris say that I'm wrong, tell me, Chris, why was that? Explain to me why, when I became an American citizen, all of my children, pending a paternity test, of course, would become an American citizen. Go ahead and explain that to me. I just don't understand, I guess. I'm just a simple-minded guy trying to make sense of things. That's a lie? Laugh out loud. No birthright citizenship, bro. Well, okay, well, come on. You gotta elaborate. How can you put Trump and Jesus Christ in the same sentence? Well, Jesus Christ came here to die for the sinners. How can you put yourself amongst us? Let's see. Kathy says, my mom became an American citizen at 85. She had her green card since she married my dad since 1974. That's just a lack of, applying for it. Not wrong on that different topic I was talking about. Oh, okay. So right now, let's take it one topic at a time. Don't get ahead of me then, because that way we get confused. Okay? The stolen land, no. Conquer land. Conquer land that was people were sacrificed, bought by blood, treaties were signed, agreements were signed, and territories were assigned according to the people. So stop with this whole stolen land. It was conquered. It was fought for. Our Native Americans, our Indians, American Indians, were fighting for territory themselves. Somebody stronger came and won. That's it. That's it. Survival of the fittest. That's how it goes. All right, let's see. Indo, here we go. Dennis, thank you for making the Herrera name proud. Oh, thank you. MAGA or buzz. Let's go. Trump 2028. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Let's see what do we got here. Kathy says, how can you claim Christianity and be a AD? I don't know what that means. Be a Dennis? This is the Dennis Herrera Show. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. He is a terrible person that harms others. Well, what are you doing? How do I know you're not a terrible person? You might think you'd be the St. Jude for what I care. Nobody's perfect. There's not one good person on this earth. This is why we all need to have Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. Don't forget that. I remember some parts in the Bible when they said that Jesus Christ was eating with Matthew, the tax collector. Remember? He was considered one of the biggest sinners because he was a tax collector. I remember he was eating with sinners all the time. And they said, look at him. He is a sinner just like them. They judged Jesus, even after all his unconditional love. You know what the difference is? Is that every time that Jesus ate with his sinners, his message of love was, you have a choice. You follow me or you don't. And I'm going to tell you this. President Donald Trump might not be a Christian, but he is a believer. He believes in God. And he tries to say the things that, of course, we care about. Like saying Merry Christmas. You remember that during the Biden administration? You'll get fired for saying Merry Christmas. You remember that? Because I remember that. I was pissed. Oh, he used to piss me off. I'm like, wait, what? I can say Merry Christmas? What the hell is wrong with you? I can say Merry Christmas. Why not? During Obama's administration, they took away the 10 Commandments from the Supreme Court. You remember that? You remember that? Did you hear that Congress actually voted for Bibles to be delivered throughout schools so that children can learn about God and learn the good morals that God has given us to follow? That's right. Well, now they're going the opposite way. They're trying to remove God from everywhere, from the school, from our government. They even tried to remove "In God We Trust" from our monies. Unbelievable that people don't see that. How can somebody come into my channel and bring some sort of, religious, scripture, Christian, whatever, come in here and tell me that President Donald Trump has not been forgiven by God? How dare you compare yourself to any holy man that has ever come across this earth? How dare you think that you are the only person that deserves forgiveness? Are you really a true Christian? Don't bring scriptures, especially when you don't believe what the scripture says. Don't be a hypocrite. The devil knows the scriptures better than me and you together. That doesn't make the devil right. He will play on people's emotions because that's what makes us fragile. So we got two things out. Number one, illegal immigrant parents do not make an oath to the Constitution, therefore it does not belong to them. Number two, if I became a citizen and my children became citizens because of me, that is what the Constitution says. The nationality belongs to the nationality of the father. Number three, what happens when our enemies use the Constitution against us? How can we defend ourselves? We can defend ourselves because the Constitution only belongs to the American citizens. And I will say this, and residents. I will even dare say legal migrants. Maybe. I know residents and citizens. Sure. I will take that, even though a resident is still considered a migrant. A resident alien, a legal resident alien, okay? So you're still a foreigner until you become an American citizen. But resident aliens get most of the rights. The only right they don't get is the right to vote. Now, every human on earth deserves to have human rights. Human rights are not to be confused with immigration law. That is different. But read it. Just because it says things about power and separation of church and state doesn't mean it means what you think it means. Well, it means that we need to continue to have our Christian morals so that we can have a successful government. Legal migrants, maybe? Yeah, because I don't believe it. I don't believe it's for legal migrants. Exactly, and this is the reason why I say American citizens only. You see how I gave you a break to add more to it, and all of a sudden it just doesn't fit, does it? I love it. I love it. No, 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 no. You get rights. You get rights, not privilege. Privilege is the fact that you became an American citizen. Privilege is the fact that you became a resident. Privilege doesn't give you rights. Your rights are given by the Constitution. It is a privilege to become a citizen, to become a resident. It's a privilege to have a visa. That is a privilege. But your rights are given by the Constitution, which was inspired by Christianity, by God, by our Creator. Okay, I think that makes sense, right? We came here from Germany in 1961. I would die for this country to keep these illegals out of this country. If they hate this country so much, get your illegal ass out of here. Richard, welcome to the MAGA Club. Salam Sarar. Salah. We just call you Salah. Hello, Salah. Kevin Jack. Hello, welcome to the chat. Pay Caesar what is Caesar's. That's right, James. Tony's, he doesn't know we have a constitution. Actually, everybody has a constitution. Every single state of the United States of America has their own constitution, which they all consider the United States Constitution to be supreme above their constitution. That's how that works. There's no privilege in USA, apparently. Everyone has rights. I don't know if it's the delay, but I feel like I'm repeating myself, and it's just like I'm talking to my own ass. And just nothing comes out of it. Just gas. That's all that comes out of it. Okay. Let's go. Let's see. Why are you adding text that's not there? The Constitution applies to all persons in the United States. I added text because it doesn't make sense, does it? It doesn't make sense that all the persons is the world. That's not what it means. It is the Constitution is given to certain people, to certain persons. Who does this country of the United States of America belong to? I don't know how else I can frame this question. I don't know how else I can frame it. Well, finally, I see your president not following the Constitution. Tony, give me an example of what is not constitutional. I love this. I like you guys as collaborating here with good questions. Says you. That's right. It's my opinion. Maybe one day the rest of the world will see it that way. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It needs to be amended. It should be a law. Let's see. I thought the Constitution is for the American people. Yeah, okay. Tony, don't go around in circles. Tell me what Constitution, what has he broken from the Constitution? What is illegal that he has done? Anybody. Don't leave it all to Tony. Help him out. What has President done that is unconstitutional? Bye, Donato. You don't have to be here. Get the hell off my chat. I don't want to be the ruin of your brainless head. Bye, Felicia. Don't come back. No. You said that my president is violating the Constitution. Tell me, what has he violated from the Constitution? 6 says political parties are not mentioned in the U.S. Constitution, which predates the party system. That is correct. There were actually Democrat Republicans. And then they separated into Democrats and Republicans. Is that right? I think that's right? That's how it goes? All right, Kathy says, oh, you're replying at the Zen. It was written to make sure our system was not run by the religion as they came from that. but it doesn't say we would keep it away from schools or government offices. And Congress actually agrees with Kathy. Well, not anymore. At some point, they did. Billy says that Trump is a genius and the greatest of all time. Let's go, baby. Welcome to the mega club. Thank you guys for subscribing, by the way. I hear those bells in my ear. I appreciate it. What has he done that follows the Constitution? No, I'm still waiting for Tony's reply. Guys, I appreciate your questions, but answer my question. I'm not going to help you answer questions. Time on my side as an actual constitutional expert and one who debated constitutional laws. He has done zero on constitutional things, as I agree and believe as well. That's why I'm waiting for him to give me one thing so that I can search it and maybe just reply right away, but I can search it just to confirm that we're in the right place. So far, I haven't seen one unconstitutional thing. But, I hear it. I hear the arguments. 6 says the secular constitution means the government treats all religions equally and does not have an official state religion. That is correct, 6. And here's the thing. We are all for the freedom. Please understand this. Please, I want you to understand this. It's nothing to be racist. It's nothing against the freedom of religion. I want you to understand this. Everything that is given to us is given to us in pieces. You get one piece here, and then collectively, we are supposed to make a decision. So here's what I'm trying to talk about. Okay, freedom of religion. Yay, everybody. Religion. Christianity was used to commit atrocities by the Europeans in Mexico, Central America, North America. It's been done. But then it comes to a time where we stand up as real Christians and say, wait a minute, that's not what the Bible says. We're going to stop that right there. Okay, here we go. Now, freedom of religion is great. Now, what happens to the oath that we make for this country? We are going to protect this country from foreign and domestic terrorist attacks, even traitors. So when we talk about freedom of religion, you have to understand something. If Christianity is destroying this country, you know where I'm going with this already. Most of you already know me because you're from my channel. If Christianity was to threaten your life, was to threaten the law of the country, was to overthrow the power of the people, then get rid of Christianity. We don't need that. That is a fake religion. With that being said, we have rules, laws, and order in this country. Muslims, here we go. If they are Muslims because they read the Quran and they believe everything that is in that Quran, then no Muslim should be allowed in the United States of America. Why? Why don't you find out what Muslims really want for this country? Find out. Let's see what happens when you find the truth. Number one, you guys hate President Donald Trump and call him a pedophile. Well, who was Muhammad? And I dare you to go tell this and go into a Muslim community and say it out loud. Say, Muhammad is a pedophile. Go ahead and say it. Say it out loud in front of a community of all Muslims. If you didn't know, I think if you've been on my channel before, you would know the truth. That Muhammad married an 8-year-old girl. but could not sleep with her until she was of age. And sadly, that age was 9 years old. How can you support that religion? Regardless of what you think or believe about the First Amendment. Freedom of religion. Hi, Tanya, good morning. Where do we draw the line? Where do we say, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yes, we have the freedom of religion, but wait a minute. Are we allowed? Are we allowed? Mary, mother of Jesus, Mary at 13, the Bible does not say that. That's a lie. Anywho, it says a young woman. Doesn't say a 13-year-old. The religious belief in the Jews community is that a boy becomes a man at the age of 13, which is very different. Very different. Yeah, well, 13 is still way too young to me, okay? And I get it. I get it. It's still, don't go too deep into that. We go into a rabbit hole. The Bible does not say that at all. So don't make up stuff. Now, well, maybe 15. I get it. I get it. Hey, my mother got married when she was 15. She was a great mother. But the times that we live in today, right, have changed. But an 8-year-old, seriously, an 8-year-old. And as a matter of fact, no, it doesn't say 13. I know it doesn't say it. But even in today's time, right, you say back in the day, okay, but in today's time, they still believe that. 10-year-olds are marrying 80-year-old men. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's okay. Times have changed. Times have changed. I got married at 21 and a half years old. 20 and a half years old, I think it was. Yeah, go ahead, Linda. Show me the scripture. I want to read it. I want to read the scripture. I want to read that scripture. I know it doesn't say that. I know it doesn't say that. And by the way, she wasn't touched by a man anyway. Jesus Christ is mocked and discredited because he is the one with the true power. Not Muhammad, not Krishna, not Buddha, etc. They're no threat to Satan or his agenda. They expand it. That's true, 100%. Anna says, no matter what religion they are, it's a matter of walking in the spirit of truth and love. Jesus says he was the Word of God, which exemplified in being here as the greatest example of love. The greatest example of love is what he did, that one lays their life for another. That is correct. John is 47 years young. Okay. Hey, well, guess what? Cognitive dishonest. Donald, 80 years old, propositions a child on an S. Bro, seriously, bro. Listen, man, you got to stop with that nonsense, man. You really got to stop, bro. You got to stop. No, that's not my opinion. That's my facts, okay? That's what I believe to be the truth. Again, if you guys don't follow, if you don't stay on subject, we're going to have a lot of contradiction information here, and you'll never learn anything, okay? You will never learn anything. That's just the way it is, okay? So I gave you 3 examples of why children from illegal immigrants should not be citizens, okay? Now, let's go ahead and let this little clip finish. 55 seconds left. And I want to find another video that I'm going to share with you.
But we have to be willing to give them the chance to remake institutions and change old habits. So they make me optimistic. I just want to make sure that we don't screw things up so bad that by the time they're in charge that it becomes that much harder.
By the way, have you listened to your own audiobook of this? I know you recorded it, but
I did record it, so I was listening to it while I was speaking.
I've really enjoyed the audiobook. The fun fact is that you can listen to your audiobook at double speed. You can't tell that it's actually going faster.
Your voice is a little higher, isn't it?
No, your voice stays the same level, but just at normal speed, normal human talking speed.
Okay, that's enough. Earring. Okay, I did find a video that I want to play from Mike Johnson questioning the executive order. You see how the libtards already left? They can't hang with me, but that's okay. They can't hang with me because you guys are here and you guys also support the truth. So here's a fact check by ABC.
Tonight, we're looking into a conspiracy theory going around today about last night's presidential debate. A claim circulating online contends Vice President Harris's earrings were actually secret earpieces being used to feed her.
Wait a minute. You see that? Let me see if I can expand it for you guys to see. I don't know if you can see that well. You see that earring? I don't think that's the same earring. Unless she's wearing something else with it. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and listen to what she says.
Information in real time, but there is zero evidence that this is true. The posters claim that Harris was wearing Nova H1 audio earrings, which were featured in a Kickstarter campaign in Germany. The device does resemble pearl earrings, but it is different from the earrings that Harris wore last night. Harris has also worn these in previous events, and a number of people have identified them as 18-karat gold South Sea pearl earrings from Tiffany. If you would like to submit a question to us.
What did she say it was called? Audio earrings. No, okay, good. I got that. All right, here we go. So you see her picture, right? And then we see this picture. Now, when I look at her picture in here, I don't know if it's a reflection, but it looks like there's a hollow piece in there, which tells me that it's not the same. But this is what the actual earring looks like, right here. That's what the actual earring looks like.
I was surprised when you said it was a real pearl.
Yeah.
I thought it was just a piece of plastic over it.
No, this is a real pearl, and it's actually pretty difficult to make it because you have to fit all the technology inside this little pearl.
So all the technology is inside the pearl, is what she says, right? Now, what I find it interesting is that she says that Kamala Harris has worn those earrings throughout her campaign. That doesn't tell me. That probably just tells me that she is having somebody talk to her through the earrings. But that's just a theory. This is not a fact. This is just a theory. But nonetheless, that's the earring, guys.
Also, yeah.
That's great. And how much do these cost? Are they available now?
So we are not selling to customers right now. We're only looking for other businesses.
Okay.
There you go. Other businesses. They don't want to sell it out to the people. But look at that. I don't know, man. That's pretty iffy right there. That's pretty iffy. Very iffy. So that was what I was going to say about Kamala Harris. You know, she's not bright. You can see when she's not wearing the earrings, she doesn't talk the same way. And the fact that Obama says that he would run for a third term, even if it meant using a woman or a man to talk through the ears from his basement, I will never forget that. Now let's get some real news coming from the Ingram Angle Show.
All right, we know Democrats just don't give a darn about the billion-dollar fraud scheme in Minnesota. And how do we know that? Because they have no regrets.
Critics have said the state officials.
Wait. I didn't give you guys a chance. Does anybody have a comment or a question about Obama? You guys took me off to constitutional stuff, but we're talking about Harris and President Donald Trump's debate, her wearing those questionable earrings. Does anybody have a question or a comment on Kamala Harris? Anybody? Hey, Rush Babe. Good morning, sis. How are you, my angel? She knows why I call her angel. Where are the earrings now? Can we see them? They never proved they weren't. That's right. They didn't. I'll be very curious. That was my question. Like, where are these earrings? So did they show them to the news? Like, I mean, this is not something that happened just one time. She wore them again. Do you think somebody grabbed them and said, hey, let me take a look at these earrings. Let's take a look and see what's up? That's a good question. Very good question. Yeah, when are we getting those Epstein files? You know what? I want those Epstein files myself right now. I want it to be out there. Okay? Wait a minute. What happened here? Did somebody knock me off the stream, boss? Nobody has knocked me off the stream, boss. Okay, that's fine. All right, I do want the Epstein files, guys. Right now, I want them. Now, one of the things that I said, yeah, James, yeah, they're telling her what to say. One of the things that I say is this. If you really want to release the files, it has to be non-redacted. It has to show everything. There is no bullshit of protecting the innocent. The people have spoken. There's no such thing as innocent anymore. We want all of the names. And what's crazy is that as the files are being released, all we are getting is news from corrupted Democrat politicians. And Alabama is included into this. And so are some judges. Some people are smart and they are retiring, quitting their jobs, and getting to a safe place where nobody can find them. So, yes, I want those Epstein files, non-redacted. I want every single name to come out in the open. I'm just afraid that the Democrats are thinking that President Donald Trump is in there. And, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Democrats would have used this a long time ago. It's bad. Listen, Democrats have sacrificed Americans' lives. Democrats have destroyed this whole country, well, almost, because they hate President Donald Trump. You think that they wouldn't release these files themselves? The only reason is because they are in those files. But now that Trump effed them up by saying, nope, you guys vote for it. Because when they come out, I don't want to be the one to blame. That will be all on your hands. Remember, you wanted this. He said, I don't care about those files. You want them, you got them. He already signed it. So it's out of Donald Trump's hands now. Now, he said he's released everything. Now it's up to the Attorney General and everybody else that's working on the whole name or not name. So it's not on Trump's hands anymore. Let's see. I heard Trump was getting a feed through his catheter. What? Come on, dude. Seriously? Stop it. You're telling me all these celebs went to Island and they have cops as bodyguards. You're telling me they didn't know. Come on. I believe it. I don't know, man. It's all a theory for now until it gets proven. But you know what? People were not happy with the Kennedy files being released. They were not happy about that. It doesn't matter what President Donald Trump is. And I'm going to say this to patriots. If you said one day that you were a MAGA, and now you're saying you're not, you're a wuss. You have no word. You see, you have to pick a side. When I play soccer for my coach, I was not a goalkeeper only when we won. I was a goalkeeper also when we lost. You got to pick a side. You pick your team. Either we all win or we all lose. That's how it works. You got to pick a side. This is MAGA country. This is MAGA nation. And I want everybody that joins my subscribers list to be a MAGA follower. Period. We are not going to jump into theories and go crazy cuckoo like Candace Owens. That girl is lost. She has lost her mind. She has all these smart qualities and skills. She has no wisdom. It's like a broken record that just plays and says nothing nowadays. This whole assassination thing, and she's having visions and dreams, and she can see the future. Shut up. Seriously. Candace Owens she's an embarrassment now. And unfortunately, she has about 5 million subscribers, I think, or probably more. But that's neither here or there. I think all your questions were there, comments, and thank you for doing that. Appreciate it. Oh, here's a comment from Candace Owens. Is more of a man than you'll ever be. That lady has heart. You are not that bright. Thank you for your comment. I hope that makes you feel better. Congratulations. Thank you. I am a disgrace to those who don't want to listen to the truth. Sure, you are not in my team, sir. Your opinion about myself is irrelevant. I only care to hear about the people that care and respect me and love me and have accepted me as their family of this great nation. Everybody else, hateful opinions, you can shove that up your culo. Everybody else that's in here, thank you so much for your love and support. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and, this is CNN right here, guys. And Fox is showing CNN content. Here we go.
Officials, including you and the governor, did not act fast enough or quickly enough to investigate charges of fraud against the Feeding Our Future. Is there something you wish you had done differently?
No.
Not really. Instead of owning up to their mistakes, I mean, be sound in the way you lead your state. Democrats like Twisted Tim are going after Trump.
I want to start off and address the vile racist lies and slander towards our fellow Minnesotans. Donald Trump's calling our Somali neighbors garbage and the state of Minnesota a hellhole.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm assuming is unprecedented for a United States president.
Well, nothing you've done, Tim, is unprecedented, though, right? This
innocent.
Continued for years, and somehow you look the other way. Of course, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar tried to just dance around the whole fraud issue, and she's never going to blame those who actually did and committed the fraud.
Can you shed any light on why the fraud got so out of control in Minnesota?
I think what happened is that, when...
Oh, this is golden. This is golden. So when Democrats make plans, they just... Socialists, yes, let's go. We're socialists. Let's give money to this new foundation, autism. Yeah, let's go ahead and build that. Yes, let's shave transgenders' legs in jail. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend money on that. Let's spend some money on LGBTQ education. Yeah, let's indoctrinate our children to hate themselves. Nothing is going to go wrong. Let's just give illegal immigrants health care. Hey, we got the money. We're the richest country in the world. Oh, let's protect and defend USAID. Nothing to see here. There's nothing wrong, nothing corrupted. Hey, you know what? The Biden administration knew everything about all this corruption and did nothing. Maybe that's why they didn't release the Epstein files. See, you guys on the Democratic side could have had that to your hands. It could have been your tool and be like, hey, you know what? In order for me to, just make Trump look bad, I am going to have to throw Biden under the bus because he's crazy. He's not all there. He's senile. He's got dementia, etc., blah, 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 whatever you want to say. You could have used that and said, well, the reason why the Democrats didn't release the Epstein files is because Biden was crazy. That's for. And then now you can continue. Well, Andrew, if you're not a socialist, my friend, good luck, because you're about to get effed up by your own party if you haven't changed. So now you can say, oh, well, how come Trump is not releasing the files? See, now you can say that. But you can't claim that anymore. You have to wait for the next show. So you lost your chance, okay? So with that being said, I like how she's trying to be look at the way she's looking down. She's trying to make up a story. You see, when you think, when you're making something up, you're trying to think what to say. You're remembering. Taking your eyes off people, you're thinking about what to say. So you're making up a lie. You're trying to remember what you're trying to think. And this one right here, you're just trying to remember. Oh, the trolls are very desperate, Pat Jager. Very desperate. Trump is senile. Yes, he is. Absolutely. Best senile president I ever had. Best results. Man, he's bringing so much wealth. You idiots. I'm sorry. Okay, I said I wasn't going to call people names. None of you guys in here, let me be clear, none of you guys in here are this. But those idiots out there that think investments are a quick get-rich scheme, it's just not going to happen. It takes time. I bet you all of us. Hey, she's not a black woman, remember? She says they're not black. Wait. Now they say they're black, though. Now they say they're black because that way, BLM and all that, the racist groups can come and join them. But all of us that are MAGA country here, we are all waiting for 2026 because it's going to be a great year. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see some nice things between January and April. Remember, folks, you heard that here in the Dennis Herrera show. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to see you here on April talking crap about me. And you're more than welcome. But with that being said, let's go ahead, Omar, Ilhan, Omar. How is your husband? How's your brother, by the way? Anyway, watch how she tries to make up an excuse, not a reason, an excuse of why this happened. Now, what I want you to think, if you use your wisdom, your common sense, I want you to look at this situation. You see, when I watch videos, I analyze things. That's just how I do things. If I have a conversation with you, I have to analyze you. Just so you know, I am analyzing everything you tell me. And when something doesn't match, I don't want to hear it no more. It has to match. So with her trying to give the reasoning right now, she thinks that she can find a way to excuse her people. You have to understand this. She has been defending them. She has been speaking the greatest things about Somalis, etc. She even went as far as to say they are the fabric of this country. Remember that? Well, now she has to make an excuse to say that Somalis are frauds. Well, let's take a listen, see what she says.
You have these kind of new programs that are designed to help people. You're oftentimes relying on third parties to be able to facilitate. And I just think that a lot of the COVID programs that were set up, they were set up so quickly that a lot of the guardrails did not get created.
So it was put out, this is what the Democrats believe. They're socialist Democrats. They believe, hey, let's just do this. Let's give this free money. Let's give this free program. Let's do this and let's do that. And they set it up so fast. I know I get it because of COVID. That's bullshit. But they set it up so fast, they say, that there was no guardrails. What the hell does that mean? whether there was guardrails or not. It's Somalis. Somalis that took advantage of no guardrails. The people you say is let's just listen to her. I'm tired of explaining to deaf ears. My patriots, thank you so much for being here.
And you thought Kamala was good at mixing up a word salad? Well, Omar has a long history, of course, of defending criminals who also happen to be part of the Somalian community. Back in 2016, she asked a judge for leniency and compassion in the sentencing of 9 ISIS recruits. Here to weigh in, Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz and Minnesota State Senator Michael Holmstrom. Senator Holmstrom, the accountability here seems to run straight to the Democrats who shielded criminals, many of whom are of Somali descent, in the Twin Cities area. Are they that terrified of the electoral power of the Somalis?
Listen, Laura, the reality is these cowards like Tim Walz, Keith Ellison, and Ilhan Omar are more concerned with offending criminal fraudsters than they are about defending Minnesota taxpayers who are fatigued by this constant fraud and incompetence. A few years ago, Democrats increased spending by $10 billion, and now they want to turn a blind eye to fraud, waste, and abuse. We need leaders who are willing to operate in truth and transparency and be honest about who's committing this crime and how they were able to do it.
Let's be honest. They're inbreds. They do believe on incest, and they do sleep with their cousins. They do marry cousins. This is why they look a lot alike in most of them, okay? Not all of them, but most of them look alike a lot.
And the Minneapolis police chief, Jason, this is an unbelievable story. Describe the real reason why his department won't go after ICE.
Immigration authorities do not respond to domestic violence. They do not respond to shootings and robberies. And I do not have enough cops to deal with the actual crime that's happening in our community.
Massive recruiting shortage, Jason. And after Floyd, shock, massive recruiting. Retirements, I know a lot of the former PD in Minneapolis can't get people to sign up.
No, the political leaders don't have their back and don't have their support. And I feel for those people that are on the job of putting their lives on the line. That look, I think it starts with the Attorney General. I think Keith Ellison just says, I won't change anything. You lost $1 billion that could have gone to people in need. Money that then ended up in the hands of Al-Shabaab, which was one of these foreign terrorist organizations out there killing, doing car bombings. And there's no remorse. None. They don't care. Ilhan Omar, you look at her, watch that. She's actually smiling about it. It's so disgusting. But you know what? Only Donald Trump, ICE, and the feds can actually hopefully solve this.
And Senator, the recruiting of ISIS in Minnesota, according to a 2017 report from the American Experiment,
that's crazy.
Minnesota itself is home to about a quarter of all ISIS recruits from the U.S. Now, we thought ISIS had been destroyed, but to the extent that it still exists, the radicals, the militants, are coming from this pool of refugees, now many of them American citizens, many of whom do not speak English on a regular basis, at least, or with great proficiency. But they're from one area of Minnesota. And yet you raise this issue, and it's like you're a racist. We reject those attempts at inoculating individuals, not a group, but individuals from criticism. But looks like a lot of politicians are afraid of being branded racist.
Yeah, you know, we are genuinely tired of that. Again, I'm willing to work with anybody in this state. I want to work with the Somali community that's willing to operate in truth and willing to come forward and expose the fraudsters. The reality is not everybody's involved in it. Many of them are citizens. But if you came to this country and you're a criminal fraudster, it's time to find a way to get you back home because you are not helping us. You're not making America better. And that's really what we're all here for, is to try to improve our communities and not take advantage of them.
Deport them. Deport them. You're here illegally, you get deported. You overstay your visa, you get deported. If you don't put the accelerator down 100%. And do that, you won't solve the problem.
Yeah,
that's the way you do it.
We're going to ask Christine Ohm about this on the angle. She's coming up, but this has This has got to stop. This has got to stop. Insanity has to prevail, and patriotism has to prevail. That means respect the rule of law, regardless of who you are and where you came from. Jason.
There you go, and that's all we're saying. That's all we are saying. Now, I want to show you another clip here. This is the mayor in Minnesota. Look at him. He said the food is great. Look at him. Look at him. He don't know where to put it. He don't know where to put the food. Hold on. Let me make it better for you guys. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know about you. But when I eat, my food goes down my throat. It doesn't stay up here in one bag of I hate this food. Check this out. I'm going to block myself so that you guys can see it, but let me see if I can exchange. Can I enlarge this? All right, let's see. How about there? Let's see. I think that might be good enough right there. Hold on. I'm just trying to give you something, guys. I'm trying to give you something, okay? Bear with me. All right, here we go. Look at his face. Look how he do. Look at the food. Look at the food. He don't know where to put it. He is trying not to swallow that food. I'm telling you right now. What happened? Look at him. He looks like he's about to throw up. Hey, what happened to the juicy steak that we're showing last night on the Mom and Pop's restaurant? Look at him. And look what people are saying. Look what people are saying. It's the yak humble pie. He can't swallow it. Oh, man, I'm telling you, man. These guys, man. Listen, I think, this is just a theory, don't quote me. I think he's involved in the fraud. He's getting a kickback. He is getting a kickback. Everybody should be investigated, period. All right, don't get too confused with our entertainment. Don't get too confused, because now we're going to go ahead and share Nick Shirley's interviews. You guys know him. I don't have to introduce him. He goes inside Minnesota Somali. Yeah, what you got there for us, Patriot? Let's take a look.
Somalians in America accepted thousands of Somalis refugees in the 1990s due to the civil war that was taking place, and when they came to the United States, a large portion of them decided to settle in Minnesota for some reason, and now that decades have passed, those refugees have had children, and the Somali population has grown. This also raises the number of members of Islam born into the United States, and also expands the influence of Islam throughout the country. It's projected that Minneapolis is now home to over 200,000 Somalians, and now many of those Somalians are also part of the government.
I like how bots, sorry guys, I like how bots come in here and just show you that they're bots. Look at this guy. He says, I said that I had 16,000 subscribers. I never said that. We're at 12,000 subscribers, okay? 12,500 subscribers. So they're lying. This troll's just come in here to troll, all right? So there's that. All right, here we go. Continue. Wait, who is it? Is this Ilhan Omar? Is that Ilhan Omar without the make? Oh, bro. Forget what I said earlier. I'm sorry, guys. I'm very judgmental. Let me tell you the only reason why I say this, okay? If I always saw her this way and she was nice and everything, I will probably still find her beautiful. But when a woman takes all this makeup, I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. But when you take all that makeup off, and now you show me your real face, I'm shocked. I couldn't even recognize her. What happened to the little smooth and beautiful bronze color and the nice uncracked lips with the, oh man, see, this is why I don't like women with makeup. I want to get to know you as you are. That way I can love you as you are and not something that you're not. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that. To all the ladies, we love you all. Except for this one. She's a fake.
Like Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, and now they also have another new person running for mayor of Minneapolis who's also Somalian and also Muslim. And Minneapolis is also one of the only cities in America that permits the Muslim call of prayer to be played out loud for all the public to hear.
We're going to get radical, hardened, militant Islamists to come into America.
I think Islam hates us.
Inside of this grocery store, it's actually not just like a normal grocery store.
What makes us think that? What makes us think that Islam hates us? Because they say death to Americans. That's how.
There's actually a bunch of other stores inside of the grocery store. So right here you have one store, right here you have another store, and then right here you have another store, then up here you have another store. In total, inside of this section of the grocery store, there are 6 separate stores. How's life here as a Somalian?
Life is good. I do phone bills, sending money to Africa. That's where I do. The business is good.
And how have you seen the rise of Somalians and the rise of Islam here inside of Minnesota?
As well, you know, the rise is good and been allowed. We have a place to pray, and life is good.
How long have you lived here in America for?
For 10 years now.
And when you came here, did the government bring you here, or did you come here by your own choice?
I came here by my own choice. I was one of the refugees from Uganda. I was brought by UN.
You were brought by the UN to come into the United States?
Yes. And life is good, you know. We try to enter into businesses. We intermingle. And yeah, we do what is required. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much and best of luck. How have you seen the rise of Islam here in this area?
It's a big rise.
And why do you think Islam is on the rise here in the United States?
Because of a lot of Somalians come here from East Africa, and so they come here to practice Islam because it's safe.
And right now, if you listen super closely, you can hear the call to prayer. Do you think traditional Western values are falling while Eastern values are rising here in the United States?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. I would say
I guess it just depends on what you mean.
Traditional values that brought up the Western world, like Christian values. Would you say those are on the decline while Eastern values are on the uprise here?
I guess there's a lot of different interpretations of what Christian values are, so you'd have to be a little more specific.
Like the values of the Bible.
Yeah, but like people interpret the Bible in different ways, right? So
like the generic teachings, like the 10 Commandments.
I don't know. I think it just depends.
Do you guys think St. Cloud has been taken over by Somalis?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, has. Are we on YouTube?
I'll bet.
Hey, YouTube.
And how do you guys feel about the Somali takeover?
Get out.
I don't know.
You don't want him here?
I mean, we can't.
I mean, I'm fine with them. It's just that it's overpopulating.
Do you feel like they're gonna eventually overpopulate the Americans here?
Yeah, they definitely will.
And did you guys vote for them to come here? As far as did you guys have to pass any legislation in order?
Let me pause this video here. William, let me ask you something. So you say you're actually a 5-star company on Thumbtack and Angie's List. Do you think that people like myself will ever want to use Thumbtack or Angie's List? Or that I will go around telling everybody that Angie's List and blah, 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 whatever, it's a good place to advertise or promote your business? When you're out here doing the opposite of what I would need for my business, you really tell me that you work for them. If your name, if that is your real name, I'll make sure that I give you a nice review on both of those companies. Any fake bots from my fake account, if you can grab that name right there and visit those two businesses, the Thumbtack and the Angie's List, why don't you go ahead and give them a nice review and put his whole name in there, the whole tag name of YouTube, and tell him thank you for being hateful and for trying to destroy somebody else's success from rising. Whether you think that what I say is right or wrong, it's irrelevant. You have to understand something. If you go ahead and think that you belong to some type of propaganda or advertising company, the last thing you want to do is be an asshole, be a jerk, and be putting people down and calling people frauds, because number one, I'm not. I am the real deal. I am very honest with everything that I say. That I disagree with you, that is your problem. But I really hope that a lot of people give you that beautiful review. Now, the reason why you say that is because you're a fake. You like to go into what? Conservative chats, MAGA people's chats. Is that what makes your day? Is that how that works for you? All right. You know what works for me? You being banned from my channel. How's that? And somebody get rid of them. Thanks for coming by. Parting gifts for you and your friends. Now get the hell out of my chat.
Order to receive them?
No. Nope.
In your personal opinion, what's the biggest issue with them being here inside of you guys'
Bye,
city?
Felicia.
Driving. It's always a car crash for no reason. As you can see, they all around here.
Robbing people.
Yeah, definitely crime. Pirates.
And the correlation between the Somalis and the correlation between the Somalis and Muslims are the majority.
Wait, pirates? What are they talking about? Somalis are not pirates.
Of them all Muslims?
Yeah, I would say so.
I'd say 50-50.
And what's your guys' take on the Islam here?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Religion.
Yeah. And 10 years from now, do you think you guys will be the minority here in your own city?
No. Nope. It'd be Somalians.
So 10 years from now, do you guys think the Somalis will be the majority here?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
What's your guys' channel name?
Nick Shirley.
It's pretty deep in it. It's a lot of people, right? It's pretty big. They all they're pretty, like, they come together, right?
Would you say there's more Muslims than there are Christians here in this area?
I would say so. I would think so. Yeah, I would say so. Yes, sir.
And how do you feel about the rise of Islam here in the United States?
I don't really know too much personally. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know too much about Islam. I'm all for like what anybody wants to be with their religion and what they want to do, but I don't know too much about it. I just know it's real powerful here in Minnesota.
And why do you think it's so powerful here in Minnesota?
That's a good question. But I think don't they have like powerful people like in the government and stuff like that? They got something going on. Like they must have something here for them to come to, if that makes sense. Like, there's something for them to be like. There might be more of them than black people. So
how do you feel about that?
I mean, something is bringing them here. Something is bringing them here. I feel like in all that, I thought he was Islam, but I don't know. I feel like something is just bringing them here. Like, it must be something here that they love. So I think. Don't they have like a schooling or a church or something? They got something where they all dress up and they're attending something. You know what I mean? They have events for them. There's obviously something going on where they have, you know, an event going on or something, some type of fun or family or something where they can let their family celebrate. Like, it's got to be.
Are you guys seeing more people convert to Christianity or Islam here inside of St. Cloud?
Inside of St. Cloud? I mean, I see like a couple people converting Islam, yeah.
How do you like living here?
Yeah, it's super nice. It's like home.
How long have you lived here for?
I think like 4 years right now.
4 years, and where are you from?
From Somalia.
Somalia. And how come this town here in Minnesota, how come this has been like the chosen spot for Somalians to move to?
I don't have any idea about it, but people are living here, enjoying, so I just found myself here.
How'd you get here? And do you have a lot of family that lives here in this town?
Yeah, we have a lot of families.
How many family members do you
Which
have?
city are you from?
My name's Nick Shirley. I'm a YouTuber.
Oh, yeah, YouTuber.
And how many people are in your family living here inside of this town?
No, I can't count them.
You can't count them? There's that many?
Yeah, it's their money.
How many people do you think are in your family here?
I can't give you exact number, but yeah, there's too many.
Like 20, 30?
More than that.
More than that?
Yeah.
How big's your family? Like 50 people?
50, yeah.
50 people here. Wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
How are you? How are you doing, sir? Good, good. Do you think the Muslims, the Somalians, are going to outpace the Americans here with their
birthing rate? Well,
birthing
statistically,
rates?
okay, if the statistics continue how they are right now, with American birth rates declining and Islamic birth rates on an incline, well, yeah. But I would love to see people like you having more kids. Kids are amazing, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And a lot of Christians aren't having too many kids these days.
Yeah, I would encourage, have more kids, keep the nuclear family alive, more marriages, great marriages, kids. That it helps the community.
More marriages, so you want to have more than one wife?
Heck no. Me personally, Nick, I'll tell you this. Me personally, if I even get one, I'll be happy.
And what do you guys think about the rise of Islam here in the United States? Give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.
There you go. Nick Shirley. I think that it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter how much information we give people. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to believe what you want to believe. I'm not going to be here trying to convince people to do what I think or to say what I say. I think everybody has the right to make up their own mind on everything. And if you want to challenge me on something, what I will ask is just, well, give me your facts. But when I ask you a question on something that you disagree with me, I expect you to give me an answer. And if you don't have an answer for me, don't blame me for what you believe. You know what I mean? Like, why do people get upset at me at that stuff? I don't understand that. Let's see, what do we got here? We got anything live going on? Let's take a look. Anybody going live? Nobody good. Well, I guess if we have nothing good, I guess this will be 898. What the hell does that got to do with anything? What do you think happens here? What do you think happens when your green card expires? Go ahead. Tell me what happens when your green card expires. Hold on. Let 898 answer. What do you think happens when your green card expires? People always try to make you look bad. That's okay. It's in their nature to hate. This is perfect. We're gonna end with one of our favorite Karen's promoter, Crime Chef. Let's see. Ice boots ya illegal. Nope. Doesn't work that way, Sonny. Why is it important to renew your green card? Go on now, boy. Tell me. Why is it important? Why is it important to renew your green card? $898. Only $898. Here we go. I'm waiting for $898 to answer, guys. Hold on. We are not timing out 898. Come on, 898. Hurry up. Tell me. Why is it important to renew your green card? Well, guess what? I gotta go have a lunch with my wife. So no, that's not the reason. Anyway, so just so you guys know, if your green card, and President Trump can challenge me on this, if your green card expires, it doesn't mean you are not a permanent resident. Once you're a permanent resident, the only way that you can lose it is if you overstay in outside of the country. I believe it was 1 or 2 years. But what happens is, the reason why it's important to renew your green card, it's so that you can fly in and out of this country. Why? Because as a green card holder, you don't have this. See, once you have an American citizen passport, you don't need a card. This is your passport. This is your birth certificate. This is who tells you what country you were born in, you know, what kind of citizen you are. But a green card, you are still using your country's passport. So the passport will have the stamp that you are a resident alien. If it shows in there that you left the country and you overstayed and somehow you illegally came back into this country, bye-bye. That's why. You need to renew it. You need to renew it so that you can travel, so that you can leave the country and come back in. They will not deport you for that. Now, if I have a criminal felony or something in my credit and my record, when I go renew that residency card, I will lose it and get deported. I have no criminal record. It was clean. So when I went to renew my green card, it was no big deal. With that being said, boy, now that I've given you some knowledge on that, because of the invasion that has happened in this country, you might be right. They might deport my ass. Crime Chef, I've seen this video already. Get to it.
Mental illness is running rampant in the streets of New Orleans. A screaming Karenita erupts first, shrieking Nazi at ICE officers merely enforcing the law. Moments later, another Karen attempts her ritual cry for a warrant and receives absolutely nothing in return.
Do you have a warrant?
An Antifa mob storms an ICE detention facility and things end badly for them. But the highlight of the migration, the Juan that got away, launching himself over a fence with Olympic enthusiasm to escape capture. Prepare yourself, this ecosystem only gets stranger.
¡Son así! ¡Ey! ¡No estos delincuentes! ¡No esos delincuentes! ¿Por qué son así? ¡No te abandona!
Do you guys want the good news or the great news first? An illegal is being arrested and deported, but also a new home is on the market, and this should help make houses more affordable.
Papi, relájate, papi.
Touche. Crime Chef, shout out. Shout out to you for that comment. That is exactly how you reverse high pricing. This is how you get affordable housing, by reducing the population. Reducing high demand will cry for lower prices. 100%. He's right. 100%. Now, 898. I know that time says that nobody's putting your time out, but don't believe him. Your ass can still be grass.
Papi, relájate.
Bring the holy water.
Papi, relájate, papi.
We found the demon. Bring the holy water.
Relájate. ¡Ey! ¡No nos trates así! ¡No nos trates así! ¡Mierda! ¡Qué mierda! ¡Qué mierda! ¡Trátalo!
I got no pity. Let me tell you why I have no pity, guys. Because she is yelling from up there. Relax, Dad. Relax. Right? She's seeing that he is fighting ICE. He is resisting arrest. So she's saying to relax, Dad, relax. And then they throw him on the ground. And then she says, why are you treating him that way? Well, we know why.
¡Ay, pastora madre! ¡Poca madre con ustedes!
Garbage, you
¿Pero
son
por
of
qué
a-
lo tratas así? No hay necesidad de que lo trates así.
Go get him.
¡Uy, son uno basura! Cierra aquí.
She's Salvadorian, by the way.
¡Ay, por favor!
Oh, perfect. The Karenita just left her private residence, so now ICE can legally arrest her with no judicial warrant to enter the property. Thank you, Karenita.
Kika, ¿qué les hizo? ¿Qué les hizo? No le hizo qué les hizo. Solo dime qué les hizo. Dame el teléfono de papá. Dame el teléfono de papá, por favor. ¿Qué les hizo? Tell me, ¿qué les hizo? ¿Se pasó señales? ¿Qué les hizo? No, estos delincuentes no
Did
andan
he
ni
run a red light or
armados.
what?
Do you have a warrant? Do you have a warrant? Do you have a warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Y'all are doing this in front of his family. Y'all can do this discreetly.
He could have not illegally entered the country, but he chose not to. ICE should make this a spectacle, so maybe the next Juanito watching this decides to self-deport.
Where is the warrant? Where is the warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Where is the judicial warrant? Y'all are taking him for nothing. I don't care either then. Y'all are not supposed to be doing this. You're impeding. I'm not doing nothing. I'm saying, where's the judicial warrant? Don't do that to him! Don't do that to him! That's you! That is a good man! You have no warrant! You have no
Good job, Trinity, and thank you, sis. I got your text.
warrant!
If he's a good man, then Mexico should be grateful to get him back.
True.
Be nice! Be nice! You can do that! Oh my God! He is a good man! He provides for his family!
My compassion goes to the Americans who can't get a job or afford a home while this illegal could.
You can be respectful! Have some compassion! Señor, solo váyase sin pelear! Solo váyase sin pelear! No pelee, señor! Váyase tranquilo! ¡Cuidado, señor! ¡Ahí con cuidado! ¡No hable! ¡No diga nada! ¡No diga nada! ¡No diga nada!
She says, don't say anything. Don't talk. Don't speak. Don't say anything. I wish that she would follow those instructions.
¡Nada! ¡No diga nada! How you look?
Oh, look at the Gestapo. The Nazi. How dare he? Oh, never mind. He's Mexican.
You look just like us! Doing this stupid shit!
Like MLK said, judge by content of character, not by color of skin. This Karen is a racist and thinks anyone of her skin tone should be on her team.
I don't care! No warrant or nothing! Picking up people for what? They're trying to...
Guys, I recommend, it's because I emailed him, I contacted him, and he told me that I can use his content. So if you go to the Crime Chef and subscribe to his channel, leave him a comment, tell him that Dennis Herrera sent you, support his channel. I think he's doing a good job putting them together. He is showing the truth about what these so-called innocent bystanders are doing to obstruct justice and obstruct ICE. Just give him a like and subscribe to the channel, guys. We got to support each other. And who knows, maybe one day he'll come onto my show. I don't as of right now, do any collabs on video, but maybe one day. One day. I have other things that I have to really concentrate on, and so there you go. Show him some love and give him some support.
To work. In front of his kids, bro. No warrant, no nothing. And he pull up with guns in front of his kids.
The anchor baby kids should be deported too.
Y'all are disgusting. Disgusting.
Okay, guys. He just published this today, 4 hours ago, okay? So I haven't heard the commentary, okay? Because I've been with you. Oh, he's freaking funny sometimes, man. Very funny.
Disgusting. I hope karma gets y'all in the ass.
Karma. Interesting.
No type of nothing. Following the big orange Cheeto. No diga nada, señor. No diga nada, señor. Tranquilo. Be close, bruh. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Get up.
ICE has way too much tolerance for these pathetic losers from Antifa. Just pepper spray them and arrest them and call it a night. The Don't Touch Me Karen card might be the most annoying one to me. What do you guys think?
You have to leave, exit. You have to leave, exit. You have to leave, exit. You have to leave. Let's go. Let's go.
Back up. Back up. Don't you back up. What the fuck? Get out.
Okay, we're all public property there, so no need to cross.
No, your grandmother's family, and look, I'm looking in your faces right now. You shame on you. Shame on all of you. Shameless Nazi pig.
Not a single drop of testosterone can be found in this image.
You do this to me.
Nasty Nazi pigs, he says to the black officers. The logic of the left is just amazing.
Out the door. Okay, out the door. That's fine. You do this to us, you do this to your wife too, I know. That's fine. Out the door. You are way too patient. What are you without your gun?
Took off your body camera. Why did you take off your body camera?
These people have wasted years of their life fighting for George Soros and have absolutely nothing to show for it.
Why did you take off your body camera?
Where's your body camera?
Why did you take off?
No justice! No justice! No justice! Move! Move! Justice! Move! We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back! We'll be back!
We could solve a lot of problems by deporting these young scholars.
Now, I will point out, I will point this out. When they were inside the room with their little signs, that's peacefully protesting, 100%. The rest of it is not, and that's when they get arrested. I am surprised, especially this one right here on the right side, right there. Especially that one with the flipping the officer right on his face. I am surprised they didn't arrest this fool.
We'll be back! We'll be back!
Man, what the f?
He's resisting arrest. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a big deal. It wouldn't cause anybody's emotions to go crazy and all nuts. It wouldn't cause anybody coming into my channel and say, oh my God, you guys are supposed to be Christians. Oh my God, where's your love? You don't know what love is.
What the hell?
He could avoid a lot of pain if he simply just stopped resisting arrest.
That is not true. That is not true. But nice try, Castellanos. Why don't you read the Bible and then go look at history? Anybody was allowed to go from one place to another. They all had their identification. It was made with their clothing. But it's not true. What you're saying is absolutely 100% not true. And if he was thrown out of a city, he would leave. He wouldn't just sit there and continue doing what he wanted to do. That's not how it works. Bible says Jesus was in a town where they didn't believe in him and they didn't want him. It says that he did not perform many miracles and he was saddened, but he left that town, for no prophet is a prophet in their own land. So absolutely false, sir. Nice try, though.
Est.
Uh-oh. Oh, they're good at jumping the walls, man. Man, who's going to finish that job now? It said run. They're already on the other side of the wall waiting.
¡Córrele! Aquí lo tenemos en la cara.
No Juan left behind. Gotta catch them all. He thought he could be the Juan that got away. But not today. ICE has been training for this moment. And there are many, many more moments to come just like this. And you can catch them all on my channel, so you might as well subscribe now. This old Vietnam man was caught committing disturbing acts on non-adults. You won't be missed, sir.
Okay, here. Let's do something, because you guys have been really nice to me, and I thank you for your love and support. Thanks, Robert. For Christmas, I will buy myself. I mean, my wife is gonna gift me a coffee maker, the one that I want, and I will display it right here. You might not see all of it, but you will see that I have a coffee maker here, and I am just going to be refilling my coffee cup. All right, I already have my 3 cups. It's cold in my room, so the coffee gets cold really fast. Maybe I'll continue using my mug, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll get a couple of things that might help me spoil myself for this Christmas. We'll see. We'll see what the wife is going to bite me. Which, by the way, 5 more days, and it's my wife's birthday. And should I say it, sister? If you say no, I won't. But if you don't respond in the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You took too long. That is also Trinity's birthday. Too late. You're too slow. Too slow. And Rush Babe said yes. That's right. It's my wife's birthday and Trinity's birthday, December 10th. Make sure that you let her know on December 10th if you join our channel. It is going to be a very special day for both of these women. That's right. She's finally going to turn 21. Amazing. Unbelievable.
Right here. Right there.
Customer so I can give you the 200.
Okay.
More so-called hard-working Juanitos got caught in the act. Adios, amigos. I'm pleased that Home Depot cooperates with ICE. I would love to have them as a sponsor on the channel.
There you go. Resisting arrest again.
Why do you cover your faces? You guys are being cowards. Cowards.
Americans supporting our police. Not doxing.
This is ridiculous. Absolutely cowardice.
Not sure why this soy boy is in Home Depot. I know he can't assemble anything with his hands.
How dare you?
Sir, why are you doing these walk-alongs?
How are you doing today, ma'am?
Good, I'm doing well. How are you?
All right, doing fantastic. Fantastic.
Can we get any info on how long this is going to last?
That's until the mission's accomplished, ma'am.
And I will be here to cover the whole thing. Subscribe so you don't miss it.
What kind of
badasses? That's what that is. Hey, I hope that you guys have found today to be entertaining. Thank you guys for being here with me today. You guys are all amazing, and I thank you for being here. Guys, I will come back later tonight. Today is Friday night. I don't have date plans with the wifey. So, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and put one last clip on here so that we can laugh a little bit, maybe. Let's see who actually appreciates it.
Sir, it is my esteemed pleasure to introduce Mr. and Mrs. Donald Trump.
It's the Donald! Oh my God!
Mr. and Mrs. Trump, it's an honor to meet you. Ron said his client had a rich uncle, but Donald Trump.
I like keeping a low profile.
Hi, Hillary Banks.
Hey, Hillary.
You know, you look much richer in person.
Hey, Mr. Trump. Hey, how you doing? Will Smith. Hey, listen, you are getting a great house here. And this is quite a deal you're getting for it, too. I'm gonna tell you what, you want another 50 grand, I cut the grass for you every Saturday.
Look, folks, before we go too far, I've got something to tell you.
Excuse me, but I've got something to tell you first. Thank you for ruining my life.
Ashley!
What did you do?
Everybody's always blaming me for everything.
And it's not the truth. You've been with me this long. Thank you so much for your likes. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for having my back. I appreciate your love and support. I really do. To all of you, my patrons. For those who have subscribed recently, just new to my channel, thank you so much for being here with us. And this conversation just never ends. Immigration always comes up. But the bottom line is that we need to stand up for our country, for our people. We got to respect the law so that we can have order. People that don't want to assimilate People that don't want to respect our country and its people should not be here at all. Love you too, sis. I love you all. You have a wonderful day. I will see you later today, God willing. So hopefully get to see you guys all.